What is going on, everybody? Crypto Clay here, tapping in. Woo woo! Man, that market is crazy out there. So crazy. Man, I gotta tell you guys, I didn't think we would go this low. I thought we would tap the 1700s and tappity tap, and we'd bounce back. People would be buying in heavy, and we'd be good to go. But then now, we got this crazy stuff going on with the Friedman, Bankman, Cheedman, Liedman guy, and holy cow, and then his connections to owning Alameda Research and their connections, to like 130 companies that are potentially gonna go insolvent. But let's look at these charts here. Look, you got Bitcoin down right now, 6.1% on the day. It's at $16,719. You got Ethereum at $1,255. Okay, you got Tether, strangely below $1, right? But so is US dollar coin. Interesting. XRP 37 cents, Cardano 35 cents, Matic $1.02, Solana going back down some more, $15. Woo! So my recommendation, guys, is with everything that's going on, get out of Solana, dude. Get out of there. If you got Solana, get the hell out of there, dude. It could go to zero. It's potentially going to go to zero with FTT, right? Which I don't even know what happened to FTT. Is it just all wiped off the face of the planet? All right, let's look. FTT. This would be FTX's exchange token. Oh, look at that dumb. What price we at? $2.67. Oh my God. You know, I've theorized about a dead cat bounce with this guy to possibly have a trade, but I think I'm going to just stay away from it. It's stinky. It stinks like poo, you know? Don't go with FTX. Get out of that. If you got money on the FTX US, get out of there. Get out of there, dude. What are you doing? Don't be messing with these guys, with these creeps, dude. They're all creeps. Let's get right into this chart, though. What could happen? What could happen, so I didn't think we'd break down this low. So now I had to get into it. I had to get into this and look at it, okay? Okay, guys. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. I'm not a TA expert, but I do want to touch on this. So I pulled my fib from a previous bear market in January 2015, right? Pulled it from the bottom of there to our top in 2017, December, right? Pulled the fib all the way to the top because we have officially entered a different fib structure, okay? And look at the fib. It lines up perfectly here, right? We got the chop right here into a different fib zone, and then we chop back down into here, right where we're at now in this bear market, okay? And so I think we're gonna break this zone, 15,292, and I think we're gonna retest back these lower fibs, potentially 7,600 or even as low as 4,380. So 4,300, you could call it as the low. So that's what I think. That's my opinion. If we're going to continue to wash out like I think we are, we're going to retest, the typical zones in the fib. So yeah, 4,300 to 12,000. That's my range. That's my prediction. I don't like to make predictions because I do think some more of the contagion, is what they're calling it, is going to infect the market. Okay, I do believe that. But with the news aside, if we take a look at the Bitcoin NVT signal, I knew, and I said in a previous video, that right here, the NVTS part of this right here, I'll leave this linked below. You need to check it out. Here we have price. Here we have NVT. Blue line, we have NVTS. Talked about it in a previous video, and I said we were going to get chopped right here at this midsection, and sure enough, that's where we got rejected, right there in the chart. So I thought we were going to get chopped right down in there, right here in the mid section, and sure enough, we did. We got rejected, and we're going to bounce off here, is my guess, and we're going to go back up, and we're going to rip through it just like previous times in the chart. At some point, we will rip through that. The fib is an interesting metric, right? For those of you who don't know, it's connected to sacred geometry and nature, and it's interesting that these digital assets and stocks and value systems also move in the Fibonacci sequence. Because remember, in previous videos I talked about how sacred geometry, numerology, astrology, and esoteric sciences all tie into money and finance, cycles of the earth, and how this stuff moves and flows. And I wanted to show some different Fibonacci sequences that are in nature. You know, here's a hurricane. You have a shell. I know there's an animal called a nautilus. I think this is it right here. These, and that makes the Fibonacci sequence. Here is it broken down more, and you can almost see it's making that rainbow curve, just like Bitcoin's price is making a curve like this, right? It's making a spiral. Yeah, the galaxy, a spiral galaxy. It's the Fibonacci sequence. So yeah, super cool how that stuff ties in, and that's why it's a powerful metric to use when analyzing where the price is going to go. So yeah, that's my prediction to where we're going to go. Now, the reason I think we're going to chop lower, and you know, I kind of hope this happens, I kind of don't. I'm out there like a shark. Dunna, dunna. Okay, I did buy more H-bar and I did buy more Casper. Okay, you got to get it in while you can. Even though I think we're going to go low, we're going to find the bottom at some point. And in my opinion, not financial advice, these are the times to be dollar cost averaging. Do not be afraid. The crypto market is not going anywhere. In my opinion, Sam Bankman-Fried, now this is just speculation, Sam Bankman-Fried, his family is a family of bankers. They got connections to politicians. And there have been strategies with banks that go back hundreds of years to where you prop up the market. You use lobbying techniques to favor a company, right? And then you destroy that company. You rug pull it on purpose. Sam Bankman's going to get protected, right? They're going to publicly blame him, publicly crucify him, but ultimately he's going to get a slap on his pee-pee and he's going to be fine. He's still going to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He's going to be fine, okay? And anyway, the strategy is then you rug pull that market, right? Because when that market's inflated for years, you have innovation, you have technology being developed, you have use cases being solved with the technology, and you look at who's the leaders in this inflated market. Who are the leaders? Okay, rug pull, we dump, and then we buy those leaders. We buy them low, we scoop them up. BlackRock's going to be scooping it up. You know, Coinbase is going to be scooping it up. Lido Finance, banks, institutions, they're going to be sucking in the crypto. I promise you. It's already happening right now. They're already buying in. Okay? And you got to do the same. You got to think like they do if you want to be ahead and come out on top in this. So don't be afraid. But my recommendation is get the hell out of Tether. Get out of Tether, guys. Okay? So rumor on the street is Alameda and FTX have 70% of the Tether supply. Okay, that's super creepy. Look here on the trading view chart of Tether. It's supposed to remain $1. Okay, look at the chart. It's already destabilizing. We've already seen it tap 97 cents. Now it has got some chop in the past. Okay, let's look here at a year. Look at this chop. We got chop all the way back, but very interesting that this is starting to occur. Get out of Tether. Get out of Tether. Okay? And this I thought was interesting in the Wikipedia. Okay? U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission. On December 5th, 2017, the U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission prosecution sector issued subpoenas to Bitfinex and Tether Limited concerning the backing of minted USDT. Before January 25th, 2019, Tether's limited terms claimed every Tether is always backed 1-to-1 by traditional currency held in our reserves. So 1 USDT is always equivalent to 1 USD. After February 25th, 2019, Tether Limited revised their terms to more accurately state Tether tokens are 100% backed by Tether's reserves, defined as traditional currency and cash equivalents, and from time to time may include other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties, which may include affiliated entities. So what I'm saying here is that Tether and Tether Limited could be one of those companies that gets destabilized. Could you imagine if Tether goes down with Alameda and all the other companies, FTX, that it's tied to? Oh my gosh, this is going to be insane, guys, if this goes down. I'm not saying it will, but if you have money in Tether, I would not keep it there. They've already been considered fraudulent by the Department of Justice. Look, on October 15th, 2021, Tether Limited paid a fine of $41.6 million for inaccurately claiming that minted USDT were 100% backed by fiat USD, when they were actually 100% backed by a combination of fiat USD and other assets such as unsecured receivables, commercial papers, funds held by third parties, and other non-fiat assets. See, non-fiat assets like Solana. Tether Limited responded by revising their claims to state that all Tether tokens are pegged to a 1-to-1 with a matching fiat currency and are backed 100% by Tether reserves. Tether Limited released assurance reports from 2017 to 2022 attesting to the 100% backing of minted USDT. In May 2021, Tether published a report showing that 2.9% of Tether was backed by fiat USD. Interesting. With over 49.6% backed by commercial paper and the remaining amount backed by other assets. So we don't know exactly what these other assets are, okay? We don't know what they are. It's all VC money, right? This is about to be a VC washout. And I speculate it's on purpose, okay? And it's so that other people with big pockets can get in at all-time lows, and we need to be doing the same. And that's my opinion. Be a shark out there. Go get it. This is Crypto Clay tapping out.